Hey brothers. Okay, I hope this stays up. Hopefully we like this setup. Hopefully the video doesn't come out like ass. So right now I'm on my way to go get a tea. Not that I really want a tea, I just want to sit somewhere where there's people. So I was watching a video earlier about this guy. He like moved to the woods basically because he had to get away from like the city because it was feeding into like his social media addiction and stuff. Something I've realized is that, and I've talked about it on here before, is that I will not get out of my comfort zone, which is just freaking staying at my house, staying in my room and being on YouTube, you know? And just watching, that's like the most self-sabotage I think, is just being in the same spot for hours, aka like just being on your bed for hours and watching self-improvement videos. It's jarring when you realize that all the advice that you're taking in, like soaking up, it literally no te sirve de nada. Like, it does not benefit you at all if you don't apply it. And obviously, how the fuck are you gonna apply anything you're learning if you're not going outside? Like, I've seen so many videos circulating, 7 ways to ruin your life, waste your 20s and all this stuff, and it's all essentially the same thing. It's you staying in your house, staying in your room, not talking to anyone, not going outside, not letting the sun hit you, and just constantly, the thing is also is that in watching even something as harmless as like self-improvement over and over again, is that you are constantly comparing yourself. At least me, this is me, I'm constantly comparing myself to whoever I'm watching, right? And I'm always just thinking, a la verga, why are these cars about to hit me? Like, I can look at a self-improvement channel and just be like, wow, I'm nowhere near where they are. I consider my channel a self-improvement channel because I'm kind of documenting my journey and my thoughts, but I don't think it's nowhere near the same as others, even down to like the filming and editing, right? Like, I use iMovie on my iPhone 11 that has no storage. I'm constantly getting, I literally bought storage and I still don't have enough storage. And we look at these people living these amazing lives, you know, and they're saying, oh, just go to the gym and get this dream physique and you can make a lot of friends and socialize and then you make connections. Like, lately I've been so stuck on, I need to make connections, I need to go out and talk to people, and I need to like find value in people and people find value in me so we can exchange value and whatever. But it's like, how the F are you actually gonna effing do that if you don't talk to people? It's actually bizarre. It's ludicrous how we dedicate so much time in the self-improvement world, right? We dedicate so much time. Hi, this man is literally in the middle of the road. What? I wish, should I show you? Bruh. I feel he's like scooting. He's like slowly scooting. Why didn't you use a crosswalk, sir? No, look at the traffic he caused. We spend so much time absorbing information. One, deja tú eso. We are gonna forget everything because it's like, how are you consuming 8 hours of information and you think you're gonna keep track and remember every single point that you learn? No, we should just learn in increments and then apply it. That should be the rule. Like, learn something and then practice it. Can you imagine if you were taught a full year of calculus in one sitting? Like, in 8 hours, they just taught you like what you should learn in a full year of calculus, and they just expect you to remember everything and know how to be a calculus wizard, you know? Like, that's just impossible. And I think that is what is so frustrating, is consuming so much self-improvement. Like, we're supposed to be leveling up, and in a way we are, because our brain does retain a lot of what we learn, and mostly everything, but it's all in your subconscious mind. And your conscious mind, that's, I think, what is the target. Like, you need to focus on your conscious mind and right now, and the best way to do that is just by taking a breath. Literally, I had this epiphany while meditating last night, and I was in a yoga class, and for 5 minutes out of my day, we were in like shavasana, whatever, just laying down and just meditating, and I had no thoughts in my brain. Like, I didn't have a phone to reach to, literally no thoughts in my head. And then that's when it hit me. I was like, bruh, It's kind of embarrassing how simple everything is. I've just seen so many things also of people in their 20s being scared and just not thinking that they're good enough to do anything. And it's like, first of all, you don't even have to be good enough. You don't even have to be nearly as good enough, but you most likely are. You most likely are. The fact that you are so self-aware, bitch, you are so ahead. And you are not giving yourself any fucking credit. The fact that you are so in tune with your emotions, with the people around you, with your thoughts and feelings and whatever, and you want to be better. Holy shit, you are so ahead of so many people. And I hear that all the time, and I still think to myself, like, no, I'm not, because I don't have proof. And I don't have, work to show for whatever I have done. And it's like, oh my God, if you just step back. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I recently was listening to this argument, this whole thing. I can't get into it because it's personal, but this whole thing, I'm just thinking, like, holy shit, people are so toxic and stuck in their toxicity, and it generational toxicity and trauma, whatever. So many people are not, like, they're so tied down to it, and they're not healed from the shackles, of generational trauma and toxicity. And it's like, I can proudly say that I don't relate to that at all. Obviously, like, I know I'm not perfect. There's things I need to work on for sure, and I'm not 100% healthy, but no one is. But in something that is so harmful, I can't say I relate. You know what I mean? And I am proud to say that, but I wouldn't have realized that had I not had a situation to compare myself to. And I think that because we are not always given a situation to compare ourselves to and to see where we have grown and evolved and don't relate, and it's a good thing, I think that kind of makes us think, well, there's no evidence, because since there's a lack of evidence, it just doesn't exist. Like, we can't really see how far we've gone or how much we've grown. I'm proud of myself. Like, I'm proud of myself for getting out of my house. I think I have like 2 more weeks of freedom before I have to start working. I'm trying to make it a habit right now to get out of my house and do something so that I'm not back in that cycle of just going to work and then going home. And like, the only event I have in my life is like going to the store and going to the gym. Like, hell no. Like, I'm over here like, oh, I want to generically meet a boyfriend, like, I want to meet a guy out and about. Like, I don't want to have to go on a dating app. Girl, how? If you are not outside. Right now, that's not really like the top of my list of priorities right now. I think that I still want to heal certain things and grow in other areas of my life right now, so that's not my main priority. But if it happens, of course, like, I'm down. Even like just opportunities, like I was saying earlier, like, you are not going to expose yourself to opportunities if you don't expose yourself to the outside, girl. And it's just so much fun. And then that just goes back to living your life. These people that are posting their self-improvement content and all this stuff, they got to where they're at because they are a living embodiment of what they preach. You have to practice what you preach. I also learned today how to not absorb other people's energies. Like, this whole situation was very stressful, and there was a lot of like yelling and stuff, and oh my God, I was literally like feeling the anxiety and the adrenaline and the stress, and it wasn't even my issue or problem. But thankfully, like, I'm able to not let it affect me for too long. My goal is to not let it affect me at all. Like, obviously empathize with people and like hear them out and stuff, but I just don't want to carry their emotions. Because a really good example that I heard, I know this is like super random, but a really good example that I heard, somebody else's problem is literally somebody else's car payment. Why are you gonna pay for somebody else's car payment that's not yours? This isn't your car payment. This isn't your rent. You know what I mean? Like, why are you taking on somebody else's responsibility? Like, you can empathize with them and, maybe give them a word of advice or something. You can be there for them, but you do not have to take on their loan. You don't have to pay their debt. It's their thing, and they're gonna overcome it. And half the time, people don't even take your own damn advice. This is just a journey. We're on here for the journey. We learn so many things. Ask questions, be curious, do better. You can always do better, okay? Always strive to do better. You can always improve in everything, but make sure to give yourself credit. Always strive for greatness, but make sure to give yourself credit where it's due. There's so many times where I haven't recognized areas that I've grown in, and I just don't give myself credit, and I'm just like constantly beating myself up for it. And for what? Literally for what? When has that ever been beneficial to you? No parking subject to citation and tow. What the fuck? Do you want to hear a story? One time I entered, well, actually I used to work, so I'm like downtown in my city. I hate saying that. I used to work near here, like downtown, and I'm at this parking garage, right? So I used to be a dumb bitch, and I used to park here and not pay the damn thing here. So I would tailgate, and I would work every day. So I did that every day. I would tailgate someone out of the freaking parking lot and not pay for my ticket, because it was like $6 a day, dude. I was working part-time and I was young, okay? I was literally young, dumb, and broke, and yeah, I would just tailgate every single time to get out. And one day, holy shit, I go to my car and there's a boot on my car. So their cameras caught me for 2 times that I had done it. Thank God, because bitch, I did it a lot of times, but they only caught me twice, thank God. For 2 tickets and for the boot, it was $1,000. I had $1,000 fine. Yeah, I cried. That, and then what I did at my last job, that was the stupidest shit I've ever done in my life. Yeah, I've learned a couple of lessons in my life. To just follow the rules. Just do what you're supposed to do, dude. It's okay. We're looking cute today. There was like 20 cops, and I asked them if there's something going on, because I was like, why is there so many of you? Is there something to be afraid of? And they were like, oh no, there's a game. So I feel good. I'm walking and there's a bunch of trees, and I never really noticed these trees, but look at this tree. It looks like it has nuts. There's like pine cones everywhere. I don't know if you can see them, but look at this fucking tree. I'm not gonna take a video, but there's these people, and they literally put a hammock in the middle of these 2 trees, and they're canoodling. It's honestly so cute. Okay, I'm back in my car. Honestly, today was a solid ass day. Another day, another victory. I got matcha. I read my book. I had 3 interactions, or I guess 4. I complimented someone and they said thank you, but that was it. We didn't like continue talking, so I guess 3. But it was so fun, and I walked hella, and I'm sweating now. So I'm excited to go home and shower and edit this video. I'm still trying to see if I saw a video that was saying how if you want like a solid ass audience, you gotta choose if you're gonna do long form, or if you're gonna do short form videos, or if you're gonna be just talking, or if you're gonna be vlogging. Like if you mix it up a bunch, it's gonna be kind of hard. This guy probably thinks I'm recording him. I'm not. We're gonna switch up angles real quick. I think I'm still pretty new to YouTube, especially being consistent. So I'm gonna do lo que me da la regalada gana, y el que quiere ver puede ver, y el que no quiere pues no va a ver. Yeah, look at my earrings today. They're so cute.
Another day, another victory for the OG, taking down the sweats, the imposter.